Hi, my name's Iconic and welcome to Frosty Kiss. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. What the hell is this game? But it's like a story game, and I just wanted to play this. I've heard it's pretty short, but it's really good, and this music is amazing. So let's just get straight into it. I don't know what this game's about. Let's just do this. Just listen to the music. I wonder what is the spirit of New Year, and what is New Year itself? Just another time cycle, one of the many red letter days, or a much more alluring and mysterious event. If my memory serves me right, the New Year was celebrated even in ancient Rome. Who knows? Maybe even before that. I'm close to my mic just for this, yeah. But why is it a holiday? And why are people so excited about it? Everyone decorates New Year trees, do they? I thought it was Christmas trees. Anyway, dreams up various stories. Invites their friends. But I have no friends. Okay.
Simeon, there's a lot of free space.
Cut that out.
Simeon, there's a lot of free space behind it. What's the matter? Are you grudging the toys?
I love toys. Oh. Well, this escalated very quickly. Lena's voice made me snap out of my thoughts. I found myself standing still, clutching a small glass statue of a snow maiden in my fidgeting hands. Right?
Yeah, I'm on it. Slavia. Chop it smaller. We won't be able to eat it this way. Uliana, cucumbers should be over there. Have a look, please.
Oh, alright.
Ein Moment.
Everyone is busy with holiday duties. Even I, driven by the ambiance, volunteered to bring and decorate a New Year tree. I have never heard of decorating New Year trees. Today is the 31st of December. This is a Christmas tree. We've reached an agreement to celebrate New Year's at Lena's. I'm going to call her Lena. It just happened that way. Anyway, it's not like we had any other option. Lena's place was the obvious choice. After all, who would be pleased to celebrate New Year in an untidy and dusty apartment like mine? Or in a dormitory in which Slavia, and Alyssa lived. Several hours left until New Year. It's 0 o'clock. I can't see one. And the preparations were going all out. I was finishing decorating our New Year tree. Slavia, Uliana, and Lena were casting their spells on the festive meals. Meanwhile, Alyssa dashed out to get groceries as we were running out of ingredients in the last minute. Just run into Tesco. Just wait a minute, Mr. New Year. I'll just be 1 minute, okay? I just need to go and get a beer. Thanks, mate. Obviously, we were hoping that Zaina and Masha would drop in, but the evening was getting darker and the girls were nowhere to be seen. The front door slammed, allowing in for freezing fresh air that could be even felt here near the Christmas tree. I don't know what that word. I'm gonna come get the supplies. Having finally hung the glass statue on the branch, I came up to Alyssa. Judging by her voice, the supplies were pretty heavy. She stood with her back against the wall, trying to catch her breath.
Lena, you wouldn't find an apartment even higher. Well, sure, it doesn't matter whether it's the second or the fifth floor. It's exhausted in any case.
She shouted in the direction of the living room. Only muffled laughter echoed from there. Oh God.
What? You climbed the stairs while carrying all that?
I've forgotten voices. I can't do 4 voices at once.
Can't you see? Why didn't you use an elevator?
Alyssa stood up to me and glanced angrily at me. That is the best face. I'm really angry with you.
Being a smartass, the elevator already went up, and I didn't want to wait.
It kills my voice.
What's you standing still for? Move this to the kitchen. Stop making eyes at me and move.
Alyssa has always been a kind of locomotive and, at the same time, an ignition spark in our company, just as Uliana. If we gathered up somewhere, it was definitely their scheme. The bags seemed to be really heavy, and when I tried to pick them up, I couldn't hold a cry of surprise.
Oh, how feeble the men are these days. Come on, let me help you.
Together we managed to get the large stretched due to the load, bags to the coach, that lamentably creaked under their weight.
Oh my god, it's Elsa. What have you bought so much for?
You thanked me in the morning. I was really, really hungry. Sorry.
Why is everyone winking? Oh, it's anime, I forgot.
Wow, girls, there are some firecrackers over here.
They scare me. I'm not saying like all the loud noises, but they're just dangerous, man. Nosy Uliana has already peered inside a bag through a hole in its side, pulled out a long, black box, yelling cheerfully, tearing the bag even harder. Oranges fell out and rolled upon the floor. Oranges! Oh my god! BCE, okay. Uliana. Having noticed the disaster she's done, Uliana gathered the fruit quickly and pretended a nice girl. The front door slammed again.
Hey, everyone!
And where have you been loitering about?
Masha entered the living room wearing a dark dress and a roll-neck sweater that suited her perfectly.
I wasn't loitering anywhere. We've recorded our song today, and I tell you girls, it's beautiful.
Just like her hair, actually. It's pretty nice.
So what's up? Got any good news? Are there more people to come? Because there are so few of us here. Oh, Simeon, hi there too.
I actually really like this music, so it's alright. Even though there were only 6 of us, it was getting pretty crowded in Lena's one-room flat.
What a beautiful Christmas tree you have. Is it real or fake? You know, we bought a fake one and it smells so awful. Well, like plastic, you know? Maybe because it is plastic. I'm dumb. And here you have a real one. It's so cute. I adore real Christmas trees,
But it's a New Year tree, actually. Yeah, your fact's right.
When I was little, we used to bring and decorate a real Christmas tree, and I wouldn't even chew its needles. I also used to love the Olivia salad too. Do you add pickles to it? My mother always does, but one of my friends doesn't.
We're no longer friends. Somebody had to calm Masha's endless chatter down, so I dared to chime in the conversation. Or should I say, monologue. I think Semyon is me, so we're waiting for Xenia. Help us sort out the stuff, will you?
Okay. Oh, by the way, this evening we...
Suddenly she went silent, pausing in mid-sentence. Trying to be all dramatic, but nah. This evening you what?
It's nothing.
Gone. Ghosts. With a great deal of commitment, Masha went about loading off the bags, sorting food on the table, while leaving the rest of the stuff on the sofa. There was a strange, nearly forgotten feeling that had been haunting me restlessly throughout the whole holidays, as though I was 12 again, hurrying up to bed so that I could wake early in the morning and open up gifts waiting for me under the New Year's tree. They have... In Japan, do they have Christmas on New Year's? I'll Google that. Oh, it's just like Germany. They did it on Christmas Eve on 24th. What? So you're getting gifts on New Year's Day and Christmas, or I don't know. And Masha's strange. Nothing only served to reinforce this feeling. I guess this is the first time in about 5 or 7 years I find myself in high spirits on the eve of the new year. Today I enjoy myself rather than staying buried like a mole within 4 walls, forcing my eyes not to miss the moment. The clock in the corner of the screen marks the beginning of another cycle of the seasons I couldn't tell the difference between. It's all thanks to the girls. Wait, there's this one guy in a room with 5 girls. This guy is living the dream. It's only been a while since the day we all met, though up to now we've been hanging out together and visiting each other pretty often, as if we were old friends. Well, perhaps it was the truth after all. But can we call everything that happened to us real? Or was it just a bright and vivid dream our company shared? Though it mattered not now, the most important thing is the lesson we've learned from this dream. The hand of the clock was approaching the 10 p.m. mark relentlessly. Lena and Slavia were having a chat and rattling dishes in the kitchen. Oil was sizzling in the pan and some meat was baking in the oven, filling the kitchen with appetizing savour. as the serving of the festive table was reaching at its end. Okay, nice. Lots of trumpery was hanging from each and every corner I've reached. Garlands were winking with bright colours, and dolls' glassware was glistening from the branches of the New Year's tree. The scent of tangerine and pine needles served as the complement of the elevated atmosphere of holiday, just like in the good old days of childhood. So there's another 2 hours to wait. Uliana and Elisa ran outside, having a strong intention to try out the explosive contents of the bag that filled it to the limit. Masha was lying on the sofa and seemed to be falling asleep watching TV. It doesn't say that. I was sitting in an old and soft armchair, staring aimlessly at the TV screen. Ah, there's me then, where a bunch of show business stars in brightly coloured dresses, Hollywood smiles shining on their faces, were wishing the audience a happy new year, though at that very moment I had not the slightest intention to notice any of their histrionic behaviour. All I wanted to see was a noisy celebration of holidays with cheerful people and their never fading smiles. And I wanted to believe in their countless wishes of happiness and health, and that every wish would undoubtedly become true. This time, at least. My eyes accidentally caught a sight of some kind of a little, dark box on the floor. Eliana's firecrackers. At the same time, a mobile rang somewhere in the kitchen. Is this saying that firecrackers are bad? That might be the story behind this. Okay, I don't remember this voice, but... You want me to come drop them? Nah. Climb up and take them by yourself. What is that accent? I won't drop them to you. What? Oh, okay. Samuel, go down and give those firecrackers to Eliana. She left them somewhere in the room. Thoughts were moving slowly in my head, as if my mind was enfolded in some haze, and I didn't want to leave this soft and cozy armchair. Though why don't I go out and breathe some fresh air? My stomach needs to take a break from those tempting smells anyway. Oh, drop him down! This is going to be amazing! Going outside, freezing over, or just getting dressed. I was too lazy for it. I opened a small window, allowing a breeze of freezing air inside the room. From up here, only Uliana's bright red puffer could be seen. I'm not going to do both endings, just saying that. Uliana! Uliana, catch it! I waved my hand with a small box in it, and after making sure that Uliana noticed me, threw it outside, aiming as close to her as possible, hoping that it wouldn't hit her in the head. Thanks! It didn't. Feeling that my duty had been done, I closed the window and returned to the chair, shrinking because of the cold. Masha lazily followed me with her eyes, staying silent. The same clatter of crockery and quiet chatter of the girls could be heard from the kitchen. TV was saying some general jolly festive speeches. Each time I struggled harder to open my eyes. Okay, Masha was pretty tired and she switched the channel to some weird show. And there's two... okay, myths and legends. Anyway, Masha, where were you all that time? She shuddered, but didn't reply. Masha?
Take a look. Just promise not to tell anyone.
Just now I've noticed a friend in her hand. A phone in her hand. A photo appeared on the screen. Masha in a new shiny dress with a microphone. On stage. A lot of people around her. Spangled decorations everywhere. What's that?
Semyon, come here.
No, I'm staying, man. I'm staying. What? I'm coming. Masha gave me a level look. So, are you coming? I am, but you haven't answered the question.
And what answer would you like to hear?
If you're asking, I want to hear the truth.
You've seen it already.
Masha said and rolled up, even deeper in the old plaid. But I didn't actually know what to say. Asking that sort of questions wasn't typically my sort of thing.
Yes,
What? I asked again with a stupid expression on my face. Masha looked at me like I was a public enemy and pursed her mouth.
Could you help me? You know that I don't know how to cook, don't you?
But you, well, know how to sing. Pretty accurate, me actually. And yeah, I didn't even know why I asked such a question. Masha isn't Miku. She isn't a virtual character or an Animfag's idol. She just looks alike, and because of that, she would know how to sing professionally. She'd aim for it just because she was dragged into our insane camp. It seemed that Masha wasn't expecting that response because she fell silent for a moment, looking at me with surprise in her eyes.
Why are you even asking? I know for sure that it isn't interesting to you.
Since when were you able to read my mind? What a rebel. I made a fake smile. That was true partly, but anyways, she was my friend and I should have asked her about it, at least just in a friendly manner.
You're trying to just act as a guy.
Not at all. I'm really interested in it. I want to listen to it. Now. Masha sighed helplessly and faced away.
You want to listen to it, but you've never heard it.
She was right. So right, I even felt ashamed. She was Miku back in the camp. No, Miku is an absolutely different person. A character created by the camp or a sick mind of its creator. What do I actually know about Masha? About her life, her interest, desires. That's true. I'm sorry.
Alyssa's right. You're constantly apologising, even if there's no reason for it. How dare you?
There is a reason. I really wanted to listen to you. Just forgot to inquire about it. Either the moment was wrong or I was just being shy. Such a mentor you are. The problem was wrong. Off beats. The moment was wrong. A long awkward silence fell. Like I was looking somewhere aside, not knowing how to break it. I was actually ashamed of myself. Finally, Misha fell into talk.
I can turn it on.
Yeah, that would be great. I moved closer to Masha, slightly snuggling up to her and pretending to be interested in her phone. Yeah, that is a pretty interesting phone actually. Yeah, I really have much interest in it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I don't care. She didn't move anywhere away. She just glanced at me and gently touched the screen. Bah! I didn't like that kind of music. Our taste differed in the matter, but who knows? Maybe she didn't like it either, but was forced to sign it by her producers. Although the feelings that Masha was importing into every note were marvelous, spelt wrong. It was that she was transfigured. I was looking at the small screen and feeling that despite the thing that I disliked the music, I was astonished by the performance. Finally, the video has come to an end.
So,
oh god, I forgot that. I missed that. I'd really love to say the truth, make her a compliment, but I'm not that kind of person that can easily reveal anything that's on his mind. I dislike the music, but I did like the singer. That's why I didn't actually have to lie. I just want to ask one thing. Do you like it yourself? Masha giggled sadly in response.
No. Who cares what I like?
How so? Can you do things you don't like yourself?
And what about you, huh?
Oh my god, that is killing my voice. What about me? I was working on jobs I didn't like under the lash. One could say, and I'm giving advice as how others should live their lives. Nothing. But anyway, you sing magnificently.
Really?
Masha asked incredulously. Instead of answering, I looked right into her eyes, her wonderful sea green eyes, making the girl blush.
Ooh. Obviously that's true,
she said in a low voice. I only smiled in reply. The silence fell again. It was still awkward, but this time in a different way. I was smiling slightly and didn't know what to say. The words were on the tip of my tongue, but I couldn't catch and pronounce any of them. You know,
what?
I'd really like you to always be like you were in that video.
What do you mean? Dressed in red socks and short skirt?
Of course not. You just seem so alive there. Right here, you just look a ghost. Like, you look frozen. Just like... Masha frowned and I waved my hands in protest. No. No. I don't mean that you're not alive outside the music. It's just that I see you're much more reserved in real life, just as me. And I would love to see you more often like that. Light, cheerful, unfettered. I looked at her. She was smiling. That was a very warm and cute smile.
Do you really like me when I'm like that?
I don't like you right now. I've just seen a single video. I was just in a single video, but yeah, I do like you like that. Now I want to watch the rest. She let out a chuckle.
I'll give you the disc with it on once it's released.
I nodded. I don't give a damn that I don't like that style. The most important thing is I found out more about Masha, discovered what's happening in her soul. She rested her head on my shoulder.
You're actually too nice, Semyon. Although you apparently can't understand it.
The new year was coming. Alyssa and Uliana have returned, covered in ruddiness and laughing joyfully. More food would appear on the table, and I had to help the girls, even though I'd like to stay with Masha for a bit longer. And here we go. Several minutes are left. The president is speaking solemnly about the difficulties in the past year. Oh god, and how great we will live in the upcoming one. For the first time in my life, I second that. Although not the political and economical part. That year was indeed harsh, and the upcoming one can turn out to be actually nice. I looked at Masha, she caught my look and slightly smiled. A chime of bells sounded, followed by the chime of our flute glasses filled with champagne.
Happy New Year!
She almost whispered it to me, and then gently kissed me in my cheek. How can you kiss in the cheek? Oh... Happy New Year. Fireworks were exploding outside. New Year tree was shining brightly in the corner. The girls were laughing and chatting. I smiled. The upcoming year is actually going to be great. No doubt about it. It has actually recently been New Year. I forgot the name of the game. Frosty Kiss, I'm guessing that says. So there you have it. Thanks for reading this short story. Our team wishes you a happy new year. We believe that positive thinking, kind people you'll meet, and your strong and successful initiatives will lead you to the brighter future where all your dreams, even the most extraordinary ones, will undoubtedly come true. Lastly, we hope you'll find your own Elena, Alyssa, Miku, and live happily ever after. Good luck. Thanks, mate, or mates, or peoples. Oh my god, my voice is killing. But that was nice. I like that. But that is pretty much the end of this video. I'm not sure how many people are going to see it because my last one, Carpe Diem, it didn't get many views. I'm not complaining. I don't get 1,000 views on the video. I'm quitting. No, I'm just saying that I like this story, but I'm not sure many other people want to watch. At the moment, this is 27 minutes before editing, so I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, that is pretty much the end of this video. So if you happen to like this video, please give it a thumbs up because it makes me feel happy. And if you see more videos like this, please give it a subscribe because that would be amazing. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.